One thing that I do enjoy is seeing Disney get some karma. They've been doing all these live-action remakes, and just about all of them have made massive changes that just make them, in my opinion, unwatchable. I have not been a fan of these live-action remakes. I don't think you need them. The originals are very, very superior compared to them. I would recommend you just go watch what came before it. A really good example of this is The Lion King, Aladdin. I don't think those movies were overly woke or anything. I just don't think they even come close to touching the originals. They just don't. And now Disney's taking these and just totally changing everything. The Little Mermaid is a great example. And it's also a great example of just how bad the backlash they're getting can be, because that trailer got 3 million dislikes. This one, not so much. This one's still sitting at about 276,000 dislikes. But, I mean, they only have 36,000 likes. Not as much interest in Peter Pan and Wendy. I don't know why they're calling it that. Oh, wait, yeah, I do, because, of course, Wendy has to be his equal. By the way, I think, Critical Drinker said this. I bet Tinkerbell has a crush on Wendy in this series, not Peter Pan. He's spot on with that. I bet you it's true. A lot of people criticizing this show. It's nice to see, like, both sides of the aisle are pretty much against this show. You finally have people pointing out that Disney is lazy, doesn't really care about inclusivity. They care more about their image. That's why you see these things happening. And people saying, hey, I'd rather have original characters than these sloppy seconds. And I agree with that. You have original characters, by the way, and a lot of stuff that they could use. There's actually a black version of Tinkerbell that already exists, like her cousin or something. I don't remember the details of it. Like, this woman could have played that version. You could have had 2 fairies in the movie. I don't think anyone would have cared. But instead, they chose to just change Tinkerbell. It's lazy. And it just shows that they really don't care. They care more about their image. That's why they do this shit. And finally, some people, I mean, this person, they got the he, they in the name and everything, pretty much agreeing with what people have been saying about Disney all along there. I love it. I like seeing Disney get wrecked because they deserve it. They're a hypocritical company. They don't care about anything they talk about. This is why they do so much business with China. And it's just good to see them get slapped in the face a little bit. Like, you think they care about black people? Look at the posters that they put out for their movies in China. But hey, it's always funny seeing the left let that go. Well, we're just going to let it go. Oh, there's a gay kiss in Rise of Skywalker. Never mind that they cut it out really fast for every other country that doesn't like that stuff. Disney is not your friend. So the backlash for this is getting even worse. You're seeing these kind of articles now from Inside the Magic. Disney shares new first look at Peter Pan reboot called Woke Disaster, because it is a woke disaster. And now, it's not just the Lost Boys, which for some reason now is the Lost everybody. It's not just boys anymore. And of course, they turn that into a gender thing when they say Lost Boys, but you're not all boys. And they say, so everybody can be a boy. Everybody can be a girl now. So, of course, you got to have that. But they're also going after Captain Hook. Disney's Peter Pan and Wendy trailer criticized for depictions of Hook and Tinkerbell. Now, we've already went over the Tinkerbell stuff. That's not new. What is new are people mad about Captain Hook. Apparently, because they're making him ugly in this, when he's usually always depicted as an attractive man, like a neat, attractive man. Now he's like they're saying, why are you trying to make him ugly? Now, I actually think that he's one of the more interesting things about this series or this show, because Jude Law is actually a really good actor. But the criticism keeps coming. Critics were quick to slam the change, with one Twitter user labeling it a flop, while another said, "What have they done to my characters?" And so on and so on. A lot of changes. Listen to some of these changes. Another iteration, they would call one of the Lost Boys Chubby, and he'd be renamed to Curly. Why do they have to keep doing this? I don't get it. Here's another one. One viewer wrote, "They have done so many Peter remakes, they will never end well and add wokeness. Well, that's going to make it flop harder than all the others." Another said, "Let me guess, Wendy is going to be the strong female leader and Peter Pan will take a background role." I actually think that that'll probably happen. Wendy will kind of rise up, inspire everybody, be the hero. That's why her name's in the title now. "Oh, and why does this film look so gray and miserable? It's a kid's film." A third said, "You have to be freaking kidding me. What happened to my boy Peter Pan, Captain Hook, and Tinkerbell? What have they done to my characters?" And as pointed out here, it's not the first time Disney has been accused of a woke agenda, because that's pretty much all they do. And then this article rightfully brings up the Proud Family, Louder and Prouder. Man, what a nasty show that is. I think, because Disney, I got to say, out of all the entertainment companies, Disney has gone all in on woke. All in on it, more than anybody. And it's really starting to hit them. I talked about this yesterday with the Pops thing. Like the Funko Pops heavily rely on, it seems like a lot of Disney franchises. Star Wars, the Disney characters themselves, like I'm talking about the traditional ones, and all of their animated projects, Marvel. And a lot of these, just people have given up on them. I do wonder, and I talked about this yesterday, like I said, I do wonder if the weakening of these brands are why they're dumping $30 million worth of stock into a landfill. Not even going to recycle it. Not even going to try to wholesale it. They're just literally going to load up all of that merchandise and put it in a garbage dump. That is sad. You have to wonder how much of that is people no longer buying this stuff because they just have lost interest in these brands. I know that's not all they make. They make other stuff too. They make DC stuff. They make all of, but you could lump in the DC stuff with this too, with these brands being dumbed down with wokeness. But there's no question that Disney owns a lot of franchises and a lot of brands, and I just wonder if this is just a sign. I mean, look, you see Ollie's. What do you see? You see Star Wars figures rotting on their shelves now because nobody wants them. Like those discount stores, they might be called something else around the area. These are basically wholesale stores that take stuff at cheap, buy it cheap and sell it cheap. But if you go into stores like that, you see a lot of Rey Skywalkers laying around there. Nobody wants that. So it's crazy to see it finally come to a head. And it's also crazy and fun to see both sides criticizing this and finally getting fed up with Disney's bullshit. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed, hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.